Episode 2. Hey mom! So after our first conversation, I wanted to really deep dive into the day of coming out today. So I was looking through my phone, right? I actually realized that I actually came out to you for 7 years already. Yeah, so I think I recall it was a trip that you made to Hong Kong to visit me in 2015. It was December. Then we celebrated Countdown together in Hong Kong. And I basically come out to you on before Countdown. So I wanted to go back in time, right, to recollect and to really see and ask from both our point of view, right, what were we seeing, hearing, thinking and feeling throughout the day of me coming out to you, the preparation emotionally and the coming out itself, and also the day after. Yeah, so I found photos that we took during the trip itself. Then I wanted to go through with you frame by frame what actually went on inside, because I think everything happened very fast and I didn't really go back to the day. So today I wanted to have this conversation with you. This was the dinner plan on New Year's Eve. So I think I recall the exact words that I actually used for coming out is mom, you know I'm gay, right? And before dinner, I was already preparing, right? Oh, maybe have tissue, it will be a very dramatic thing. And because I saw so many coming out videos, right? It's most of them are so dramatic and everything. So I was okay, there will be drama or there will be crying and everything, right? And I don't know whether you remember, your response was I know.
A lot of time people thought I come out, what would I expect? What speech am I expecting from my parents and things like that. Actually, sometimes it's always overthinking. Coming out is not one day, it's not one moment. So it's coming to face yourself. It's good, even we never address it. You don't have to address it immediately. Oh, my view, the big thing. Just let it be natural. And then it was a good timing, I think, because after that it becomes so festive.
These last moments, right, of 2015 was something that I felt so free for the first time. Yeah, that I don't have to carry on this thing that I've been hiding for so many years to another year. So this 1 hour 19 minutes 46 seconds, right, was the moment whereby I felt so liberated, so free, so relieved. We went there, we were trying to get a space, and I guess it was very chaotic because we were standing counting down, right? We were standing in front of a huge building, right? Basically a huge building just covered everything and we could hear the fireworks but we couldn't even see. We were not disappointed at all because you know what? Our heart was very full. My heart was very full at that point in time because I know that I know that I can be myself. And in a way, I don't need the whole world to celebrate for me. I know the most important person in my life, which is you, have accepted me or starting to accept me from that moment.
7 years, long time. But when you actually go back, it's like yesterday.
Yeah, and it was the first day of 2016 I can live freely. Yeah, and we can really start to have an honest kind of relationship with each other, at least for me, from then on. So it was very precious. I think this particular photo of us standing in front of this countdown screen and was the most memorable and the most precious to me.
You don't feel the emotion as much during your actual coming out. Recollecting. Some of them drive you back to her inner thoughts of how another person will feel, what is the struggle. Yeah, so a lot of time, not another person can help. For you to decide to liberate yourself. Yeah.
So this was the day after, and we actually went on another adventure. We went out to the peak in Hong Kong, and I think now when I look at these photos, right, the sky itself really reflected like my emotions as well. Like yesterday, I came out to you, and today it's like wow, like bright sunshine, and it's like oh my god, everything will be even better from like today on. Yeah, and the first day after coming out to you, right, in my heart is like there is a lot of excitement, almost like the blue sky and everything, right? Like I want to immediately like tell you everything, like everything that I was hiding, everything that you didn't know, all the things like I want to tell you everything, but I was like, okay, it's like it can be quite overwhelming as well, so I didn't. If this visit were to be the day before, right, can I say I would never do this post. Because number one, he's a guy. Number two, I would never be. But I mean, he's very cute. So, and that day, because I came out to you already, I can entirely be myself, right? This photo was like, oh my god, in front of mom, in front of you, I don't have to like, because he's a guy or no, I can really be myself and like, you know, put my arms over his like waist and like have this kind of photo. So, I think this was also like a start towards me like really being myself. Now when I look at this photo, you know what I don't only see, I hear our laughter in this photo. I hear all those like funny moments. I hear like me putting our leg on Obama's like desk and everything. So it was just a very fun. Yeah, with you it's always an adventure. With you it's always like exploring, and like I think all these photos basically just capture all the moments that we have. Yeah. So after you left Hong Kong, after you were on board the flight and you left, right? Mom, you actually sent me this message, and I want to read it out to the both of us. So you actually said, son, thank you for hosting my long visit and all your love, care, and patience. Have really enjoyed this trip and happy to understand more about you and myself. Miss you. And you must take good care. Lots of love. And I think my response was, Mommy, super glad you enjoyed this trip too, and thank you for your openness during my session of opening up to you. And I'm very blessed to have your understanding and compassion. Yeah. So this was the message. And it's interesting, it's a very short message from the both of us. But every single word, right, is like there's so much weight and so much meaning to it. Yeah. So it's interesting to relook at this message, because now the messages that we have is like more, like we were saying, like really long poetic message, right? But I think this was the very start of us like becoming very honest towards each other.
So I didn't really write you a long message to tell you, thank you for opening up to me, because I think this is only a journey. Starting step up to open up. It's only starting your journey. And for not only you, a lot of time people think it's only for you, but it's also for me as your parents. So this is a message I sent across. I didn't want to have mentioned about it. I know you know what I meant, and the appreciation of being honest. That's something I really feel in any part that if I've helped you make the decision, I don't feel so, because I think it's solely on yourself, feeling when and you just want to say. But a lot of time, my message is don't think for too long, don't overthink too much. Yeah, it may not be as scary and as what you thought, and you make it up. And sometimes a small thing, and then you dwell, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger until one day you couldn't come out of it. That's my message.
I didn't know emotions can be still so strong after so long. Like after 7 years, when I look at the photos, right, immediately like memories start to flood in. When I read your message earlier, like immediately I didn't know, like, oh my god, I have it. But I think we are so blessed to be able to sit here today, have these moments, quality time to recollect, and to go back to the moments of, oh my god, what that meant to us at that point in time, and to reflect like how far have we come since then. You mentioned it's a journey. I totally agree, it's a journey, and it's a journey that started from 31st of December 2015, and we are still on this journey together. Yeah, I also, like, you also put it across to me, right? Like, having the courage to come out, allow me now not to shut down. I still have tendencies. I still, we have old habits, old limiting beliefs, and old patterns as well. Sometimes I will like want to go back to that old pattern, but because having the courage to come out that day, and now, on the day-to-day basis, we have so much conversation. Even today, recollecting how was it like on the coming out day, right? Allow me every time when I want to go back to my old patterns of shutting down, go back to my old patterns of shutting, like the whole world shutting you out, right? I tell myself that no, I want to choose love. I came out to you because I cherish our relationship and I want to be loved, and I want to also love you better as well. So that's always like my motivation now whenever we go through certain like challenges or things that we don't agree, right? I learn how to not shut down, open up, step up, to come up and to live out every single day with as much love and joy as possible every single moment. Yeah, so I'm just very grateful, and I want to celebrate not only me but the both of us. So proud of us, like, together. Yeah, and this is only the beginning. Yeah, with a journey to walk on. Yeah, and I'm so lucky to be able to do that with you.